What's up, YouTube? Chun is back. I got another standard battle for you guys today. This is against Chicou91. He also has a channel here on YouTube. His link will be in the description to his channel. Definitely go check him out. Got a new team here for you guys today that I'm trying out, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to lead off with Gliscor. He's going to lead off with Machamp. I am Impish Nature, and I've got a few defense EVs, so Ice Punch will not be a one-hit KO, so I go ahead and go straight for the Stealth Rocks. I apologize ahead of time because I did have to adjust the camera a little bit, so there might be a little bit of wiggling. But anyway, I now go to Gyarados just to get the Intimidate off, and in case he wanted to go for another Ice Punch, but he decided to go for the Dynamic Punch, which was a great play since it would have KO'd my Gliscor anyway. He is going to switch out and go to I Am Legend, which is his boss, Suicune. I'm going to go straight for the Waterfall because I am Dragon Dance, but I don't want to set up yet. It's still way too early. I do fight through the Confusion Hacks. I predicted Hidden Power Electric here, so I'm going to switch out, go to Jirachi, and he is carrying the Hidden Power Electric. Now here I decide I'm going to Wish, and I'm going to pass the Wish back over to Gyarados. He's going to switch out and go to Heatran. And once I go into Gyarados, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but once I go into Gyarados and get the Wish back, he is going to decide to go ahead and set up Stealth Rocks. Now he is going to go back to Suicune after I get my health back with Wish. And I considered taunting here because I knew he was Calm Mind, but I just didn't want to sacrifice my Gyarados, being that it was so early in the game. So after I Waterfall on the switch in, I am going to switch out and go back to Jirachi again, and he is going to set up Calm Mind. Now what proceeds here is basically a Calm Mind war. A lot of different things could have played out here at this point. I could have, as I said earlier, went to Gyarados, and I could have taunted the Suicune, in essence stacking the Gyarados, but again I didn't want to do that since I haven't seen the rest of his team yet. I also could have went straight ahead for Thunderbolt and just got some damage on the Suicune and then come in on the Revenge with maybe Flygon or something that would outspeed the Suicune. I had a few options there, but in the end I do decide to stay in because I am packing the Wish. So I knew as long as I didn't mistime my wishes, I could win the Calm Mind war and still stay pretty healthy, which is exactly what happens. We do ultimately get up to +6. We did talk after the battle a little bit, and his thinking process was he was actually thinking about coming in on a turn where I would Wish and actually getting damage on me with another poke, and then revenge killing that way with something else. But he decides to stay in as well, and all the while he is keeping the pressure on me with Surf and basically just forcing me to Wish when I need to. Now Hax pretty much was on my side this battle. The whole time at any point he could have gotten a crit, but it never happened. And because we both decided to stay in and go up to +6, it's basically going to come down to whoever gets the first critical hit will have the advantage, and the other person is really going to have an uphill battle ahead of them, and they'll basically have to play almost perfectly. But the Calm Mind war is still going on. I'm not sure where we're at here, but I know that once I get to +6, after keeping my health up with Wish, I am going to start throwing out Thunderbolts. He is going to keep surfing just to keep the pressure on, and it's just going to be all out from here on out, because after Wish and Leftovers I'm pretty much at full, and let's just see if things go according to plan, and hopefully Hax will kind of be on my side of the table. I go for Thunderbolt here. Does a decent amount considering it is Suicune, even though it's super effective. He is going to go for Surf here. It does a chunk to me. I am going to Wish just in case just to keep my Jirachi pretty healthy. I go for a second Thunderbolt here after he surfs. I am going to get the critical hit, so his Suicune is going to go down, and Shisho is going to have to pretty much play almost perfectly, since he's now facing down a +6 that's now almost at pretty much at full health after Wish and Leftovers. Now you would think that this game would be over, but it's not. Just keep watching and you'll see what happens. But anyway, he's going to go into Jirachi. He is scarfed. Considering he outspeeds me, he's going to go for Fire Punch. It's going to do a fair amount. I am bold. Max HP, nearly max defense. It's a standard Calm Mind Wish Jirachi. And because I don't have any special attack EVs, Thunderbolt will not be a one-hit KO. And he's able to get a second Fire Punch, and he does get the burn, which helped him pretty big. It was pretty big for him. It'll definitely put me on a timer. He's now going to go into Celebi. He's going to go for the Earth Power, and judging by how much damage this did, I don't think it was physically defensive. I actually believe it was either Scarfed, a defensive Nasty Plotter, or Calm Mind. I go for the Flash Cannon here. I get a crit. That was a really tough call, because if he was defensive Nasty Plot, he would have had a 50-50 chance of surviving. If he was Scarfed, it would have KO'd him anyway. And if he was Calm Mind, he would have had a very small chance of surviving. Very small. But it does take him down. He goes to Machamp here, and Flash Cannon will be a clean one-hit KO. In hindsight, going into Celebi, he probably didn't think I was packing Flash Cannon. He might have thought I was packing Psychic. But anyway, he's now going to go into Heatran. Now that I'm low enough, the Fire Blast is going to take me out. I actually thought this Heatran was Scarfed. It sounds kind of silly, but you run into so many different Heatrans that some Scarf ones are packing Stealth Rock. But I find out here he's actually holding the Shuckle Berry because my Starmie does outspeed it, and I do hit it with the Hydro Pump. He's now going to go into his last guy, Gengar. Got pretty nervous because I knew it was a Sub-Splitter. So here I decided to stay in and go for Thunderbolt. But because I'm modest and he's timid, he will outspeed and take me out with a Shadow Ball. Here I make a really bad play. I go into Tyranitar, completely forgetting that I had Flygon in the wings and he is Choice Scarfed. And my thinking process here was, well, let's just hope Focus Blast does miss. But it doesn't, and he does take down my Tyranitar. What would have been a 4-0 game is now a 3-0 game. So now I realize I have Flygon, and if I go into Flygon, I will outspeed because I'm Scarfed, and I take him out with an Outrage. And that's going to be the game. But it was a great game, Shisho. Definitely hope to play you again in the tiebreaker match. Hopefully it'll be sometime soon. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you love what you see. And Chun is out. Peace.